This is just as good a place as any. I'm getting close to the end, but there's a lot of people at the end. So I don't like people being in my video. I'm way past the yellow house, and it's really tranquil on this end. It's always tranquil on the end. Out here, it's very beautiful, very serene. You know, when I was a kid, I remember like uh, I would come down to the beach in the summer to be with my grandparents, and I would think, most of the people down here believe in God one way or the other. I remember even going to a skateboard shop, and they were playing Christian music like the Altar Boys and some Christian surfy music, whatever, which was kind of rare back then in the 80s. But with this beautiful creation around you, it's hard to be an atheist. And then I would meet people who either didn't think about God, which are agnostics, or didn't believe in God, which are atheists. But I never met any anti-theists until I went to college. People who flat out hate the concept of God, that are defiant, that are rebellious. I just met people who, like I was, like I didn't believe because I didn't know. And even as a kid, I heard about God, but not enough to make any impactful decisions. It was just to me like another fable like Santa Claus. But you see this kind of beauty, and the fingerprints of God are all over this. And that, people go, well, you can argue about that with anything. Not really, because if you live in a concrete jungle, you see the fingerprints of man. And man didn't create this. This didn't just evolve over billions of years. If you live at the beach, you see from one day to another drastic changes. It didn't happen over millions and billions of years. So that's not going to be the topic of the day. I just thought, it's so beautiful. I just wanted to say that. I was listening to Jack Hibbs and David Reagan, an older, I guess it sounds like a video because he was talking about things. You'd have to see it, but I can kind of picture in my mind what he's talking about. Like he's saying, until you believe it here and not here. And he didn't say the parts of the body he's pointing to, so you have to assume he's on a video originally, because it doesn't. Not all videos translate to audio. And I mean, I've heard it enough to know that he's probably saying some people believe it in their head, but not in their heart. And there's a lot of people that they believe in God. And I posted a picture yesterday about how they believe in Jesus. They believe he was a man and he was a good man. He taught, died. But if you don't believe in the resurrection, it's pointless. It really is. And I remember, back in the 90s, I went to see Jesus Christ Superstar with some people from church. And after it was over, I kept sitting there. People were getting up and pulling up their chairs. We were on the blanket. And leaving, and I was like, wait, it's not over yet. And they were like, hey, it's over. I'm like going, no, it can't be over. It ended with his crucifixion. That's not the end of the story. I was horrified that movie, that wasn't a movie, sorry, we were watching an actual play, that they would actually, it is also a movie, but I don't think I've ever seen the movie. I may have saw it after that because I wanted to see, like, is the movie the same way? I just couldn't believe that they left it at his crucifixion. That's not the end of the story. If you died and that's it, everybody dies. Jesus was the only person who said he was God, who proved it by being resurrected from the dead. And whenever people leave that out, I'd wasted probably 2 hours of my life just sitting on that lawn in the hot summer sun. Well, it was in the afternoon, but still hot. Watching that show, musicals, which I hate because I'm a dude. Seriously, I had a friend one time that I keep forgetting that he was gay, and he would say, yeah, I like this musical. And I'm like going, wait, what? He's like, I'm gay, dude. I'm like, oh yeah, I keep forgetting. So, but yeah, no, I hate musicals. I know you may think, do you like Aladdin? Yes, but I hate the musical parts. I really do. I like the parts with Genie. That's about the best parts of Aladdin. Anyway, back to this. So, Jesus Christ did die on a cross. But that's not the end. He rose again from the dead. And that's why I sat there. My friends are getting a little irritated. Like, we're going. I'm going. But I need to talk to somebody because this is wrong. You left before the ending. You stopped the whole thing before the ending. And this is what people believe. They believe it. I don't even understand why. Why would you go to church for a person who's dead? Why would you celebrate a dead person? Jesus is not dead. He's alive. He rose again from the dead, proving that he is God. No other religious leader has done that. People believe and will go to war for religions. Christianity is a relationship. It is not a religion. There are religious aspects, like when we do the bread and juice and go to church and wear ties and things like that. Those are a lot of religious things attached. I won't say stigmas. Traditions attached. But the heart of Christianity is not that. It's a relationship with Jesus Christ. And I guess that's the main thing I really wanted to get to. I mean, there's a lot of other things I could talk about with prophecy and how things are converging at a rapid rate. But until you believe that Jesus is the Son of God, that he is God, that he did die, was buried, and rose again on the third day, like he said, there's no point in believing anything else. There's no point in going to church. So, I mean, I've met a lot of people in my life that go to churches that believe in a dead religion, that believe that, and I know there's so many angry atheists out there because they were probably forced to go to these churches and it was a dead religion. No wonder they think that it's dead and boring and stupid. Because if you're not living for a living Christ, you're not living at all. So, and I'm not, I feel sorry and I feel bad about those people who are out there stuck in that. Yesterday, some atheist attacked me on some kind of, I'll have to comment for somebody positive to a brother in Christ on the YouTubes. And some atheist came all cocky, and I'm going, number one, I was about to go off on them and go, number one, I don't know you. Number two, why do you think you can convert me? Number three, you're very cocky to sit here and say these comments to a total stranger. I don't know you. You're sitting here coming off very off-putting person. And then I deleted it all. I didn't even, hit the enter key. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to let God do the talking. I'm going to let God do the fighting. It's his war. It's not my war. I don't know this person. Just the same things I'm saying to them. Why do I think I can convert them online? They can't see the expressions on my face. They can't see the earnestness I have for them to get saved, to know Christ in a loving and awesome way. So there's no point. There's no point in arguing with people online. It's just not. I know a lot of people, they do that, but I think, honestly, I've done that in the past, and it's in the flesh. Because you know you're right, and you got to get that point across. They're not going. It's a waste of time. It's futile. But I did leave the gospel with them. The gospel I put on all my YouTube videos. I posted it on there. And then I blocked them, hid them, whatever you want to call it nowadays. They keep changing the names for these. Because look, I'm not going to argue with them. I know what I know. And for them to be cocky and say, you don't know, I'm like, all right, whatever. Just because you don't know doesn't mean it's not true. And to say that there's no God and stuff, that means that you are God because you know everything. So I'm not going to go into that argument because I'm almost out of time here. I like to keep my time under 9 minutes. Or under 10 at least. Have a great day. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. If you want to argue, feel free to get blocked. I don't argue. There's no point. I don't know you personally. You might be some deranged person. I might be some deranged person. Who knows? There's a lot of people on the YouTube and the internet and things like that. I just decided I'll talk to people I can see, and I talk to people on the beach all the time. I don't talk to that many this morning though. It's a lot less crowded on a Monday morning. You'll have a magnificent Monday. People right behind me.